All right, what's up, everybody? We are on season 3, episode 20 of Attack on Titan, which I see is called That Day. That actually reminds me, yeah, wasn't it the second episode of the show that had the exact same title? I wonder if there's any connection there. I would assume so, because this is probably the first time that they reused the title for an episode or something. And yeah, thinking about it now, actually, I don't fully understand why the second episode was called That Day, because it could be referring, I guess, to two particular days. Now that I'm thinking about it, of course, it's the day that Berthold attacked, or Berthold and Reiner actually both did, right? Yeah, that the people in Zaganshina, saw basically the Titans invading. At the same time, though, I remember that second episode was also about Aaron getting those original sort of flashbacks to being injected by that stuff, right? So, that day could also refer to that. I'm not really too sure. Obviously, I know what we're going into here now, and that's the super interesting part. Is we're about to get, I'm assuming, a massive episode with, backstory for Aaron's dad. And yeah, that obviously already got teased in the last episode, where we saw a little bit of a glimpse of his life as a young kid, living outside of the walls, but in some other place that very much sort of resembled kind of a early 1900s type setting. He was also talking about the walls, right? Like he wasn't allowed with his sister to go beyond the walls, but it was just kind of like a gate or something that they had there, with guards protecting it or something. I'm not sure what that was about. Again, it's like the life outside of the walls is the biggest mystery, right? I mean, they keep talking about how, there's these wide stretched sort of, I guess like, there's places full of sand, but then there's deserts, I guess, right? And there's a sea and, all these kind of nature type settings. But then, yeah, what we're seeing here in terms of where the dad apparently used to live, Grisha, it's like something else entirely again. And so I really have no idea what it's about, and I'm super excited to dive in. Also, just, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is like, okay, is the dad, well, I don't know. I was honestly thinking, is the dad good or bad? But at the same time, I'm realizing that, like, this question, I've been asking myself this about so many characters throughout the entire show, and I've slowly realized, obviously, that, no character might actually be truly good or bad. It's just they all have their own kind of intentions, and they all have different sort of knowledge that's making them act in the way they are, right? And this is the problematic thing. We still don't know for our what we've always seen as the enemies. We still don't really know what their intentions are. Why did Reiner and Berthold look at Eren and Mikasa and Armin and just all the guys we've been following as like an evil race or something like that, right? Why is the Beast Titan, for example, why is he he kept hammering on that fact to Eren or something like, one day you'll learn the truth and you'll be siding with me or something. I think he said something along those lines, going up against your dad. You're a victim of your dad is what he said, right? And it's like, does he have a point there? I don't know. It's very hard actually to still it's a hard, like, the idea of siding with them eventually. I feel like that's definitely where we might be kind of going, but at the same time, it's very hard to picture that, because at the same time, you see these guys actually, especially the Beast Titan, like, he was enjoying killing everybody and stuff. And it's like, how could you possibly enjoy that, and while still having sort of a good motivation for doing what you're doing? This is still the thing that I'm trying to figure out so much, right? And it's like, yeah, really, that's all that's on my mind at the moment. Obviously, we're coming off of a super tragic sort of arc that's been concluded now, where, but yeah, that was already like 2 episodes back, right? Where Erwin is now dead. Armin obviously is becoming the new, Colossal Titan, I guess. I'm still very excited kind of to see him turn into the Colossal Titan for the first time, assuming that he can now, right? Yeah, what's that gonna look like and stuff? Yeah, I actually have one more ongoing sort of theory, I guess, that I was thinking about, which I could just be mentioning here kind of as a throwaway thing. But, like, we know, again, that the Beast Titan guy and Eren's dad sort of, I'm assuming they have history, because he knows more, again. And it's like, I wonder if the episode that we're going to go into now is actually going to show him. Also, because people made clear to me that I should be keeping the name Zeke in my mind. Maybe like now in the dad's backstory episode, we're gonna see this other kid because they seem to be kind of the same age, right? So maybe we're gonna see then another kid called Zeke that was his friend or something. I don't know. You know, that's just like a theory that I have. I could definitely see them sort of connecting it in that way, but. Other than that, I'm just super excited to dive in, and that's what we should be doing. Of course, the next 8 episodes are already up on Patreon. That's linked on top of the description. So we are 5 episodes into season 4 over there. Should you already want to, you know, catch up with all of that, you can right now if you want to. Full-length reactions are up there if you want to watch the entire episodes along with me. OVAs as well, of course. Going to be doing a little review for Season 3 by the time I finish that as well. So some exclusive videos are up there too. Yeah, but for now, of course, let's dive into this new episode of Attack on Titan and see why it is called That Day. Here we go. Okay, yeah, we're definitely delving into this backstory. Interesting once again how they're not, like, I guess showing us an intro, yeah. Oh my god, this music is very sort of, dreadful. Devil Bloods? Okay, the Zeppelin. They trying to escape or something, or? What's the consequence of that then? Labor or beating? He sounds very, very much like kind of Eren in this. I wonder if it's the same voice actor. The paradise? Man, what is this cryptic word usage? What? His sister got killed? The sins of their ancestors. Damn, that's tragic as fuck, dude, but...
今から1820年前、我々の祖先ユミル・フリッツは
Ymir
大地の
Fritz?
悪魔と契約し巨人の力を手に入れる。ユミルは死後も9つの巨人に魂を分けエルディア帝国を築いた。ユミルの民は他の民族を下等人種と決めつけ弾圧を始めた。土地や財産を奪い他民族に無理やり子を産ませユミルの民を増やした。だがかつての大国マーレは増長を極めたエルディアに内部工作を挑み
Holy shit, this is going fast.
手駒に従いこのパラディ島に三重の壁を築き国民と共にそこへ逃げ込んだ。
娘を失った直後の父親にしては饒舌だった。
Yeah.
ご主人様の言いつけを守り危機として己の祖先を卑下する姿は犬さながらであった。
I'm gonna rewatch that part like 3 times before doing the review.
何か都合の悪いことがあるから嘘をついた。黙れ！
Holy shit.
言っただろう。我々の祖先は大罪人だ。 優勢思想に走り民族浄化を。俺もフェイもそんなことしてない。
He's so much showing the same spirit as Aaron
母
is.
さんと楽園に行きたいのか。我々が直接の加害者でなくても関係ないことだ。我々にできることはこの収容区でただつつましく生きることだ。
間違っているのはどちらだろうか。私かこの世界か。
わかった。
おそらくは両方だろう。私が己の道を見つけたのは18の時。何の考えもなく父の診療所を継ごうとしていた頃だった。
あなたの妹はマーレ当局の男に殺された。我々にはマーレ政府の内通者がいます。詳しい話をお聞かせしましょう。
Okay. This guy knows a lot.
妹の事件の真相を知った時、心に誓った。本当の悪魔はどちらか教えてやる。
Oh, damn.
我々の祖先がやったことは
That's brutal.
正しかったのだ。マーレ政府の内通者はフクロウと呼ばれ、姿を見せることなく復権派を導いた。見ろ、これが真実だ。我々の始祖ユミルは巨人の力に目覚め、荒れ地を耕し、道を作り、峠には橋を架けた。
よくこの古語が読めたな。
いや、まだほとんど解読できてないんだ。
でもなぜ真実が分かった？
俺たちは選ばれし神の子、ユミルの民だ。
Isn't subjects of Ymir kind of the same thing that the Titan said in Ilsa's notebook?
皆さん、はじめまして。私はダイナ・フリッツと申します。王家の血を引く者です。
彼女は大陸に存在する王家の末裔の最後の一人であり、王家だけが持つ巨人の情報を復権派にもたらした。王が壁の中に持ち去った始祖の巨人、これさえ手にすれば他の巨人全てを支配し、マーレを打ち滅ぼすことができる。
当時の王は巨人対戦時、大陸内の力の均衡を保つという役目を放棄し、辺境の島に
Oh,
都を移
that's
した
the
のです。
Titans in the walls.
私たちのこの惨めな日々は、王が争いから目を背けたことから始まったのです。
This is so fucking much to process, dude. Holy shit, man.
王子諸君よ、マーレを打倒し、エルディアの誇りを取り戻すのだ。翌年、私たちは結婚し、
Oh, yeah, that's the picture that we saw. I was about to ask that question, like, oh, was she... Wait, what?
血を引く子だ。時代は移り、
Is a son?
変わる。
聞け、エルディア人よ。これより大陸各地の
マーレ政府が我々ユミルの民から7つの巨人を継承する器としてマーレの戦士を募ったのだ。マーレを世界の指導者たらしめる7つの巨人の力が絶対でなくなる日は近い。莫大な化石燃料を埋蔵するパラディ島は決して無視できるものではなくなった。マーレ政府の目的は我々と同じ。壁内に侵入し、始祖の巨人を奪還することである。
どうする？
我々の息子ジークをマーレの戦士に
He's
するのだ。
playing with a with a monkey toy or whatever
マ
doll.
ーレの戦士が言っていることは全て間違っている。だがお前は誰よりもマーレの教えに従順に従わなければ。しかし私は知っていたはずだ。親が子を自らの思想に染め上げる罪深さ。
Yeah.
何にせよ、ジークは自らと祖父祖母の安全を選んだ。愚かな両
Oh,
親を
wow.
マーレ政府に差し出すことと引き換えに。
He betrayed them. Oh my god, this episode, guys. You'll forgive me for being utterly confused, right? Okay, they brought him to kind of a desert place, and look at the walls here.
パラディ島、お前たちはここで終身刑となる。無垢な巨
Paradise
人とな
Island
ってな。
as a pure Titan.
答えろ、フクロウは誰だ？
Is It's so fascinating to see all the resemblances here, though, like throwing him off the wall, turning him into a Titan. So then, who did he eat as a Titan to be able to go back to human? Because he arrived back as a human near the, you know, Wall Maria, right?
お前は自由だ。下にまっすぐ走れ。運が良かったら壁までたどり着けるぞ。
こいつ間違いない。妹を殺した当局の男。
Ah.
さあ今回は数が多いぞ。どんどんやっていこう。
Yep, and we're finally seeing it happen. For a change. Yeah, this guy is fucked.
お次は女か。もったいねえ。悪魔の血じゃなきゃな。
なぜここに。俺は洗いざらい全部話したぞ。彼女は王か。黙れ。まさかこいつがもみ消したのか。
グリシャ、私はどんな姿になってもあなたを探し出すから。
Is that Aaron? Yeah, like thinking about all of that?
エレンとミカサは兵器違反のお勤め中だよ。
怖い夢でも見たの、エレン。泣いてるの、エレン。
なんかすっげえ長い夢を見ていた。
Wasn't this like in the... I remember in the first episode he was waking up from a dream and crying as well or something.
夢じゃねえ。記憶だ。あの巨人。お前だったんだな。
Oh, really? That's that Titan? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, have we seen her then? And now I realize it's literally the Titan that killed Aaron's mom.
クルーガー、尋問はもう済んだろ。今回はそいつに踊ってもらうぞ。3、4メートルくらいの巨人に調整するからこいつと戦ってくれ。
なんでこんなことするんだ。人が巨人に食われるのが。
I was gonna say, for personal entertainment, probably.
面白いからだろ。
This guy.
どうかしてると思うか。でも
Just a little bit.
人は残酷なのが見たいんだよ。平和ってのは大変結構なことだが、何か物だ。
It's just not satisfying, I guess.
受け入れる心構えがある。なぜならこうやって残酷な世界と向き合い、理解を深めているからだ。
What a fascinating monologue.
息子たちの犬に食わせたのも教育だ。もし息子が同じ目にあったらと思うと胸が締め付けられる。かわいそうにエルディア人でさえなければな。お前らエルディア人をこの世から一匹残らず駆逐する。これは全人類の願いなんだよ。
なんだと。
心が痛むわけないだろう。人殺しはそっちだろう。
嘘だ。俺は真実を知っている。始祖ユミルは大陸の人々を豊かで。
なあ、分かったよ。偉大な歴史があったんだろ。下にいる友達と語り合うといい。
Oh shit. Get fucked. Thank God for this guy. Wow, he did say that he was prepared to face, you know, this day. Don't be afraid now.
これが面白いと思うか。
俺がフクロウだ。
Ah,
覚えておけよグリシャ。巨人の力はこうやって使う。
what the fuck? Yo, guys, I'm gonna watch this episode literally like another time and then do my review. Well, at least that part in the beginning there, because that requires me to watch that, yeah, a couple more times for sure. Holy shit, man. I'll see you soon. Alright, well, I'm not gonna lie, this is like take 3 for my review here, as expected, but yeah, that's the thing. I rewatched, especially those sort of like backstory parts in this episode where we learned about the actual history of the world. There were a couple of those in there, and I rewatched all of them like plenty of times to try and really grasp what was actually said to us, because at the time it just went way too fast for me to fully process everything that was going on. But I think I'm sort of starting to get it, and it's a huge sort of awakening, if that makes sense, right? I mean, this is stuff that we have not really dived into during this entire show, and so now we're suddenly getting it, and it's like, holy shit, the whole new world is kind of opening up for me, right? But what it's basically talking about is that I guess it's sort of a war going on between two races of people, right? So you had the people of Marley, it was talked about, and then the Eldians. And so with the Eldians, there is this super large backstory where like you had this person, Emir, and I wonder why she's called Emir and what's the connection there between that Emir and then the Emir that we're obviously seeing in the show. But she made a deal with the devil or something, right? And so she managed to get these powers. Now, they used this power. There were like 9 titans or something. Again, I still don't really know what the deal with all of that is or something, but they had like 9 titans eventually, and they oppressed all the people of Marley. So these Eldians oppressed the people of Marley. And Marley is like the huge region outside of... that we learned about now that exists, kind of like somewhere outside of the walls and stuff, right? So, that's obviously... a bad thing, but it was said how the people of Marley then kind of managed to, I guess, take back over or something. And obviously they looked very bad at those Eldians and stuff, right? Because those were the ones that originally oppressed them and stuff like that. Now, some of those Eldians then managed to flee, and they fled to, like, it was said, I think, like Paradise Island it was called or something, right? And this is where Attack on Titan is taking place, on this Paradise Island, because that's where they talked about, okay, you'll have these 3 walls there, and that's where the people kind of fled with their king and stuff like that, and that's where they are. So, yeah, I mean, again, so I'm guessing that everybody in the show is like, they are ancestors of the Eldians, and this also explains why there is this wedge that Reiner and Berthold keep talking about, where like, oh, they are the evil race or something, right? Because I'm assuming Reiner and Berthold are people of Marley. Yeah, and they look at everybody, within these 3 walls and stuff as like the Eldian, like ants. You get what I'm saying, right? The Eldians as like bad people. So we're seeing here in the show clearly where like, in this episode where Grisha is obviously one of those Eldians. He grew up in this regular region where the people of Marley were now still in charge, and now it's kind of the other way around, where the people of Marley are oppressing those Eldians and stuff, right? And they have special rules for them, and they're kind of like, yeah, again, it's like, and the Eldians, like Grisha's dad, are very ashamed of their history and stuff as well. So I totally feel like I kind of get what's going on there and stuff, and yeah, it just sucks to see all of this and stuff, and it's like, holy shit, man. I mean, this is, again, it's super elaborate. Now, obviously, there's some kind of twists we're seeing in here now, where like we're actually learning that Zeke is the son of Grisha, like a different son of Grisha back in his time, with the people of Marley and stuff, right? His previous life or something, as I guess you could call it. And Zeke didn't really ultimately agree with. With Grisha's way of thinking and stuff, because that's the thing too, like Grisha does seem very sort of driven on like continuing this. This is why I don't know, like, I can't really side with any of them because both of these races seem inclined on still oppressing the other. Does that make sense? Like, Grisha's very much focused on, like, oh yeah, let's get the Eldians back in charge, and fuck over these people of Marley and stuff, but it's also the other way around. The people of Marley, it was mentioned, they're trying to also get to these walls because they're trying to get back the founding Titan power or something, right? And again, this is what I've obviously been talking about all this time. It seems to be the real common goal that everybody has here is obtaining back the founding Titan power or something, right? So at the moment, I'm pretty sure, again, Eren has this power. Eren actually has the founding Titan power. Holy shit. Guys, again, like, you'll forgive me for being completely clusterfucked by everything going on and, like, getting things utterly confused there, but it's a lot, right? Eren has the founding Titan's power because obviously Grisha took that from Rice and stuff. Yeah, I still don't know what that's about either because then here we're seeing the royal blood being mentioned and stuff, and it says, it was his previous wife. Grisha's previous wife was like royal blood. She was called Fritz. Wasn't Fritz literally that guy that we saw the absolute fucking idiot who they put on the throne there in the beginning of season 3? Wasn't he called Fritz too? I don't know what the connection is there and everything as well. And again, that's the sort of the odd part. It's like, so we have this the clearly these connections when it comes to the Fritz bloodline, but then also Emir, like I said, that's like, we're seeing this really old character that it's all about called Emir, but then obviously we also have our own Emir in the show, and I don't understand what the connection is there. Man, so many revelations. Yeah, also, for example, it seems almost like a throwaway revelation in there as well, but how the Titan that ate Eren's mom is actually Grisha's old wife, that I just talked about, who had the royal blood and stuff. Crazy. And then we have this owl guy who, not sure what the deal with him was really. I really wanted to kind of, I guess, finish the season on my own here. There's 2 more episodes to go, but I feel like I'm just gonna wait to get input from the patrons on this because I really will be needing it, and I want it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I won't be able to. I mean, obviously, I should be able to still continue and stuff, and I'm assuming that this backstory, they're gonna probably leave it at this for now, and just more kind of focus on Eren and the group again for the last 2 episodes or something like that. Yeah, they're gonna probably go beyond the walls now, because obviously that was teased in the first episode of the season where Eren was literally standing there near the sea or something, right, with long hair or whatever. Holy shit, man! Yeah, I'm assuming that the last season then is gonna. Could the last season actually? That's definitely what's gonna happen, isn't it? The last season we're gonna go beyond the walls and we're gonna go to this huge continent of Marley or whatever, right? And we're going to be actually dealing with all these people. Is this then the hometown that Reiner and Bertolt were kind of talking about? Seems a little bit bigger than just a town, but maybe it was they purposefully put it like that or something. It's more like a fucking literally a home continent that they're from or something. Man, that's okay. Well, it's awesome to see obviously how we're getting these answers, but I could never have pictured that it would be this elaborate. It is so much to grasp. And, it's fantastic. Again, like, who could have imagined this back in the first episode when you're just, oh yeah, we're dealing with with these walls and the Titans attacking us and stuff, right? And you think it's all so simple, but then this is the freaking, like, insanely large puzzle that it turned into. It's just... Yeah, once again, I realized this already a long time ago, but still seeing it get expanded and expanded and expanded upon is like a real, like, it's fascinating to see. That's all that I can really say. So, for now, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, I hope that I kind of explained myself well enough here and that I got enough out of it as I should. I imagine there's still plenty of stuff I missed. But again, I hope that maybe, patrons or something will be able to catch me up on that. That would surely be nice. Of course, yeah, I mean, let me just move on. It was a lot. The next 8 episodes are up on Patreon, of course. So we are on season 4, episode 5 or 6 maybe already over there. I'm not too sure. Linked on top of the description, full-length reactions, OVAs. And then for now, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be seeing you back in the next one.